Good morning, students. Today we start the respiratory system. Respiratory system means how do we breathe in and breathing out, and how the oxygen is going to the lungs and to all parts of the body, and how it is working. Okay, respiration. Now this is the respiration. Okay, so we find that blood and lymph carry nutrients to our cells when food is oxidized. Oxidized means when the food is mixed with the oxygen. Oxidized means what? Addition of oxygen. Respiration takes place in the cells. Okay, so blood only carries the nutritious food to all the cells, but taking the food to all the cells is not enough. We are breathing in oxygen, that oxygen goes to all parts of the body. In each cell oxygen reaches. As the blood takes food to the cell, in the presence of the oxygen in the cell, nutritious food will release the energy. This is called as a respiration. That is why we say the blood which carries the nutrients to our cells, where here only in the cell only food is oxidized. Oxygen is added to the food. So with the help of the oxygen, nutrients will break and release the energy. Energy is released when the food is oxidized, when food is added with the oxygen. This process is called as a respiration. Underline these two lines. What is the respiration means? You should write this one. Okay, and this energy helps to run all life processes. Which energy? The energy which is released in the presence of oxygen. All living organisms, whether plants or animals, respire all throughout the day. Whether animals or plants, like human beings only, everybody respire. Okay, that means in the presence of oxygen only the food is released. Okay, they breathe in and breathe out like us only. This requires a constant exchange of gases. So to release the energy continuously in the body, we need to breathe in and breathe out continuously. Okay, so continuously exchange of gases takes place. Exchange means what? We breathe in oxygen and the carbon dioxide is released. Okay, so that release of carbon dioxide and breathing in oxygen, it is called as a exchange. Exchange means what? I have pen and you have the pen. Okay, and both exchange the pens. The same pen we are exchanging, the both of us. I am also giving, you are also giving. This is the exchange of gases are taking place. And between the body and the organisms and its environment, there is an elaborate system of vessels, stomata and other structures in the plants. In the plants, exchange of gases takes place with the stomata. Okay, you saw class 9th, stomata is present under the leaves of the cells. And fishes have the gills. For the fishes, gills are the lungs. For the plants, stomata are the lungs. Okay, so then animals also facilitate gaseous exchange. We have pair of lungs. Pair means what? Two. We have the two lungs in the body. And respiratory tubes extending from nose to the lungs that help in exchanging gases. The whole network being termed as a respiratory tract. Right lung is slightly larger than the left one. Now first we see the respiratory system. Okay, so respiratory system starts from the nose. Nasal cavity means nose, and it ends in the lungs. Okay, and what did they say? Right lung is slightly larger. Larger means big. Right lung is bigger than the left lung. And what are the parts are there? Nasal, mouth. One thing you observe, nose and mouth has the same opening. Okay, same opening. After that food will go to the other pipe and goes to the digestive system, and air will go through this and comes here. Understand? So when we swallow the food, when we keep the food in our mouth and swallowing time, it will be closed here and food will go to the digestive system. Okay, and when we breathe in, this will be closed. Okay, when we breathe in, what happens? Breathing time, mouth pipe will be closed, and eating time, nasal cavity will be closed. Okay, same opening. When we eat very fast, swallowing the food very fast means, so it will not closed properly. That time food will enter into the nasal cavity, then we get cough. Okay, so it happens like this. And we have, this is the respiratory tube. Okay, respiratory tube, and this is the digestive tube. Food will go through this like this, and respiratory will come like this. Understand? So bronchi, this is the bronchi. And ribs, ribs means behind the, what is that, we can see na, behind so many bones are there na, rib cage. Okay, this is the rib cage. And then diaphragm, under the lungs there is a muscular structure, muscle like muscles na, diaphragm. And this is abdominal cavity, below the stomach we call abdominal cavity. This is also ribs. And membrane, membrane means covering of the lungs. And in the lungs, inside the lungs, what is present? This is present inside the lungs. Okay, alveoli. Understand? This is the thoracic cavity. Learn the digestive system diagrams, respiratory system diagrams, and all the heart diagram. Anything they can ask in the exam. Okay, so this is the alveoli, the structure present in the lung. Okay, so this diaphragm only, when we breathe in and breathe out, this diaphragm contracts and expands. Okay, so when we breathe in and breathe out, you can see the changes under the lungs. Stomach goes inside and comes outside, expanding and contracting. Okay, so near the alveoli only, inside the lungs, exchange of gases takes place. At which place it takes place? Near the alveoli. So in the alveoli, near the alveoli, what is present? Capillary mesh on alveoli. It will be alveoli like bubble structure, like bubbles it will be. This is the respiratory tube, means this one a bronchi, and this bronchi will be divided into so many bronchi. So bronchi is ended with the alveoli. Alveoli has the blood capillaries, blood vessels. So here only exchange of gases takes place. We studied about the heart na, pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery, which is connected to the lungs and the heart. So heart will bring, from the heart, pulmonary vein brings the, from the heart, pulmonary artery brings impure blood, carbon dioxide blood to the, this one, where from all this to the alveoli. From the alveoli, pulmonary vein takes to heart oxygenated blood. Okay, PMV means pulmonary vein, PA means pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery takes the CO2 blood, that means deoxygenated impure blood to the, where, pulmonary artery brings from the heart, from all parts of the body vein brings deoxygenated blood to the heart. From the heart, pulmonary artery brings to the lungs. And from here, oxygenated blood goes through the pulmonary vein to the heart. From the heart goes to all parts of the body through the arteries. Okay, so the alveoli is the place where exchange of gases takes place. Okay, so here another one, lungs are spongy structure, like sponge it will be. Vast branched network of respiratory tubes. The excrematories of the, okay, so several air sacs, that means alveoli, like bubble like structures are present. They are called as a alveoli. Oh, underline this point. The extremities, that means at the end of the bronchi, tubes have branches, bunches, that means one bunch, bunches of several air sacs, which are bubble like structure called as a alveoli. If all alveoli spread out, they would cover an area of only 100 square meters. This provides vast surface for exchange of gases takes place near the alveoli in the lungs. Blood vessels, alveoli walls have fine interface. Near the alveoli walls, blood vessels are present. Okay, here only while male oxygen diffuses into the blood vessels, carbon dioxide diffuses out. Diffuses means oxygen comes out of the blood vessels and carbon dioxide diffuses out from blood vessels to alveoli. The lungs may be affected by infectious dust and smoke. Sometimes lungs can be affected by dust. Breathing in or out is a process that ultimately helps to maintain the internal environment of cells by maintaining the level of certain substances of them. Okay, so breathing in and breathing out. And next one, so this and everything you read and understand. Okay. Thank you, student.